Good morning, a little bit overcast today. I've just left my bivouac zone on my way to another bivouac zone just on the outskirts of Antwerp. I've got about a 46-mile ride there this morning. It was very cold last night. I was wearing 4 layers and in a down sleeping bag and it was still a bit chilly. I guess that's the trouble when you're not doing this sort of thing in the height of summer. And also when you wake up in the morning, the tent's just covered in dew. It takes ages for it to dry, which is a bit annoying, but it's okay. Anyway, I'm going to start my journey now and I'll speak to you again soon. I'm really craving a pizza. I went past a Pizza Hut earlier and didn't get one and I really regret it. It's been actually quite an easy ride today. It's been quite a boring one, just been going through just estates and stuff like that, but it's also been freezing cold. But I've got about 20 miles left to my first little stop, and then it's just a few more miles on to my campsite. I've done about 24 miles I think so far. I'm just on some nice long cycle path at the moment. So I didn't find my pizza, but I did have potentially the tastiest panini I've ever had. It was mwah. It was pesto and mozzarella, bits of tomato in it. Oh, it's so good. But that's enough about lunch. Today the riding has been really easy. There's just tons of cycling paths. Belgium's obviously well networked for that. And the bike is feeling great. I'm loving it. Since I put some oil on the chain, the gear changes have been so much smoother. I haven't had one slip, so that's good. It's just feeling really smooth, to be honest. I'm loving the butterfly handlebars. Lots of places to put my hands, different positions and whatnot. So yeah, things are looking up. So I've come on a slight detour to the city of Mechelen. That's St. Rumbold's Cathedral. There. It was meant to be the world's tallest cathedral, but they'd run out of money and they couldn't afford to pay for the spire, so it wasn't. But it does stand 97 metres tall, in case you're wondering. It's quite a cool little city. It's quite hectic, quite picturesque. But I'm off now to my bivouac zone, which is about 4.5 miles away. So I'll speak to you again in a bit. So it's just before 4 o'clock and I've done 48 miles exactly. I think I've arrived at my bivouac zone. Just gone past it. I think it's this spot here with all the sheep and stuff. So I've got some neighbours, although I don't know how you get in. Maybe it's through this gate. Quite random. Oh yeah. So there's a hut at the back. I'm assuming that's got something to do with it. Bit of a steep hill. Oh, hello sheep. Whoa. So I'm hoping around this corner is where I can camp. Yeah, there's a fire pit. Oh nice, little lake. Oh, lovely. It's almost like a little farmyard. Oh, and it's got a water pump too. Yes, please work. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, it works. Nice. Oh, I'm glad I came here. I was actually going to pass it and go straight to Antwerp because I've realised I actually could have done that today, but it's quite nice all to myself. Maybe I'll make a little fire tonight. That'd be nice. I'll give you the guided tour. So this is my home. This is the fire pit. Definitely gonna have a fire later. Water pump, which actually works. Some stables, but there's nothing in there at the moment. Wood for the fire. And the pierre de resistance. 5-star ablutions. Nothing but the best for this campsite. Check this out. Little cat having a wee. Beautiful. See those little flies flying around? A loo with a view. And there's also a nice little veranda, which I'll show you. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Lily pads. And then I've got some neighbours. They're no bother at all. Hey neighbours! Bit rude. Just ignoring me and walking off. Good morning. Look how cold it is, really. So I totally forgot to film any of the fire last night, but what I can show you, and don't worry, I've got it completely under control, it's very safe. I brought in this bit of log that was still charring on the fire this morning, and it's so nice and warm, and it's bringing me so much joy right now. It's warming up my tent nicely. Yeah, there was also a music festival playing until like the early hours, so didn't get the best night's sleep if I'm honest, but I only have a short ride today to Antwerp. It's only like 15 miles, and then it's probably another 2 nights of camping in Antwerp. Woo. Here you go, look, to make up for missing it last night, I've managed to relight the fire this morning, just from that little bit of charred log and a few bits of twigs and stuff. It burnt again. Fire! My campsite, it's about 6:30 in the morning. So I thought I'd try and cook my breakfast Bear Grylls styly to save on my own gas. It's kind of working. It's a bit sooty in there, but it's getting there. This for my coffee though, not so much. This is my quick way, but risky way of drying my tent when your tent's still a little bit wet. So I haven't even left the campsite yet, and guess what? I got my first flat tyre. No, boo. I think it might have something to do with these twigs on the floor here. There's potentially some thorns in them or something. That's very frustrating, but at least I've got no rush today really. I've got quite an easy day, so I'm gonna get this done and then hopefully I can be back on the road soon. It lost quite a lot of air quite dramatically, which made me think it was a puncture. I've put it in this water butt and there's no air escaping, and when I pump it up it stays pumped. So a bit frustrating that I've just taken my wheel off and done all that, but I think good that it's not a puncture. So Schwab can keep its name of puncture-proof tyres. Okay, take 2. Bit annoying. I don't think it was a puncture. I think it was just like a loose valve, but it's all good practice, I guess, in case it happens later on. I was dealing with it, and this guy came and kindly helped, you know, just made it a little bit quicker. I had it under control obviously, but you know, he insisted. A Belgian guy called Yam, and he also mentioned that you get beavers in these lakes and rivers, and when I went to the loo last night I had a massive splash. I had no idea what it was, and that explains it. So it was probably a beaver. It's about 11:30 and I'm on my way to a place called Boom, which is 12 miles away. And in Boom they have this country park where inside there are 7 18-meter high trolls made out of like recycled wood. So looking forward to seeing that. I'm not sure if I'm able to see all of them because some of them are on like boardwalks in a forest, but I'm going to try my best. Then it's another 12 miles then on to Antwerp, I think. My campsite, I can't be there until 4 anyway, so I've got a bit of time to kill. But yeah, these trails should be fun to try and explore. Pretty nifty. A Schwab inner tyre vending machine. Never seen one of those before. €8 though, a bit steep. So I'm actually at a bike shop, but I think it's an electric bike shop. I'm gonna go in and ask if they've got any front racks that they can install on the front of my bike. I've been thinking about it for a little while, and I think it would just help It's actually a bit awkward when I get like some food out of the back of my bag or something, and if I have it on the front, it'll be a lot easier. But everyone seems to be riding electric bikes these days. Everyone's just lazy. Seeing that I'm on a quiet stretch of path, I thought I'd just remind you that if you want to donate to the charity that I'm riding for, Save the Children, I'll put a link in the description below. I'd really appreciate it, they'd really appreciate it, and they basically get the help that they need in troubled areas around the world. And I've also got a friend called David Bean. I'm good friends with David Bean because I was housemates with him at uni. We've backpacked across about 20 countries together, such as like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Israel and Jordan, places like that. And he's riding 80 miles a day across Holland, which is no mean feat. I know how tiring that can be. You know, he doesn't have all the kit, the camping stuff, the panniers. He's not losing sleep because of camping or whatnot, but you know, I'll let him off. So if you want to donate to his charity, he's riding for an asthma charity. I'll put the link in the description below for that too. Thanks very much, and we really appreciate it. Cheers. So I'm in the park where all the trolls are, but they're actually really hard to find. So I'm just going to go for a little cycle around to see if I can see them. There must be one around here somewhere. Okay, I think I found one. I think he's sitting on the edge of this boardwalk. I've got to be careful I don't fall off the edge. Look, there he is. Bit of an inconvenient place to sit. Let's go and see him from the other side. Haha! How cool is that? You're in the way, mate. There he is, look. Just perched on the edge of the boardwalk. Very cool. All made out of wood, just nailed together, look. Hello, mate. I like your nose ring. There are more trolls, but trying to see them is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. There's 7 in total. Do I lift my bike up here or admit defeat? I guess you'll find out in a sec. So I decided to avoid the stair option and go a different route, but I found a little side track to another troll, which is just over there. I don't know if you can see him, but I'll see if I can get around and get a closer look. So I'm going to be quick on this one because I left my bike at the top because I can't really bring it down. But here he is. No, he's getting some water with a bucket from the lake. Very cool. Look, I've made the perfect selfie device. Get my helmet, put the phone in there like that, wedge it in the polystyrene, set it to 10 seconds timer, touch screen, 10 seconds to get over there. And there we go. Found another. This one's like a chief. And it's got some cool structure next to it. And this is the top of that structure. Here's the view. Bit of a grey day. A bit annoying those people are sat on the actual troll. For people who want to get a photograph of it, they could have sat on the seats around there. It's my little moan anyway. I think I found them all bar one. The one that I couldn't see was by a lake that was a bit tricky to get to, but I'm pretty happy with that. Let's climb on it. What's he pointing at? Sorry, don't mean to climb on your face. Well, I do, but you're used to it. That was fun, I enjoyed that, hunting for the trolls, but not the easiest thing to do when you've got a bike like this. It's just really heavy and lots of hills and stuff. But now I've got the 12-mile ride to Antwerp to get to my campsite just in time for check-in, which is 4 o'clock. It's a little bit overcast. So in order to get to my campsite, which is over there, I think I've got to catch one of these ferries. But I'm not entirely sure which one or how to do it. So I'm just gonna go and check it out. Made it. So I'm at my campsite now. I've actually bought a new sleeping bag, you'll be happy to know. And I'm certainly happy to know. Got it from Decathlon, I cycled past it today. And the fact it was so cold last night, I just thought I might as well. I've got 2 sleeping bags now, so I should be not cold at all. But I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night. Gonna catch up on some washing and have a shower and stuff, which I certainly need because I've not had one for a couple of days. So I guess that's probably the end of today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.